There is a right way. There is a wrong way. And there is God's way. Now the Bible tells us that Jesus has been given authority. And Jesus has been given power. And when we look to Jesus to solve our problems, we are looking to someone who is extremely capable and equipped. If you like, Jesus has the wherewithal to solve problems. He said, I am the way, I am the truth, and I am the life. Follow me. He could not have made it any clearer. So Jesus has the power and the authority to solve your problems. It doesn't matter what problem you have, he can solve it. Because he is equipped to manage your problems. And he wants you to be equipped to manage your problems, but to manage them God's way. The leper said to him, Jesus, if you want to, you can make me clean. He must have wanted to, because he said to the leper, be clean. He had the power to change his situation, and he has the power to change your situation. But you have to come to him. And if you come, he has the power and he has the authority to solve your problems. Now, authority is different from power. Authority is the right to do something, like a policeman who can stop you in the road and ask you to produce your driving license, or to question you as to why your back light is not working. He has been given the authority to implement the law of the land. And Jesus has been given the authority to exercise the kingdom principles on earth as it is in heaven. And he has given that same authority to disciples, his church. The best reference of authority in the Gospels is the centurion. He said to Jesus, I understand authority. I say to this one, go, and he goes. And I say to this one, come, and he comes. The centurion knew he was under authority and he had soldiers under him. He knew how authority worked. Power is the ability to change situations, to make things different. God has given the power to Jesus to make things different, to change circumstances. Truly I say to you, it is hard for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven. Brothers and sisters, we need to be dependent upon our Lord Jesus Christ in order to obtain access into the heart of the truth of the kingdom. So he says to Jesus, just say the word and my servant will be well. We call this the long distance healing. Because Jesus has the authority and because Jesus has the power, when the centurion requested his servant girl be healed, his servant girl was healed. He said, just say the word. And this long distance healing took place. Problems come about as a result of the curse of Adam. God declared that mankind would have problems from that point onwards. Problems with the land, problems with people, and problems with man's health. But Jesus came to solve the problems of the curse, which is why we have been given full access to God again. Because of Jesus, I don't have to live under the curse anymore. I can live in the redemption of my new body. I can live in the redemption of my new mind. I can live in the redemption of my new emotions. I can live in the redemption of my new spirit. I can live as the son, daughter of God. I don't have to get entangled with those things that used to entangle me when I depended upon myself to solve the problems of life. I can be free to live in another kind of existence, as a child of God, ministering God's love to a broken world. The same thing, the very same thing that Jesus used to do when Jesus was on the earth. Problems equal need. The two criminals at the cross, one of the criminals who was hanging there was hurling abuse at him. Are you not the Christ? Save yourself and us. But the other answered and rebuking him said, do you not even fear God, since you are under the same sentence of condemnation? And we indeed are suffering justly, for we are receiving what we deserve for our deeds. But this man has done nothing wrong. And he was saying, Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom. And he said to him, the man, truly I say to you, today you will be with me in paradise. Jesus, even at his death, salvaged a life that responded to him. And the one that did not respond did not get salvaged. Jesus saved that man, and he is with God now because Jesus saved him. He turned to him. So Christian, are you trying to solve your problems yourself, or have you learned to turn to God, to seek advice from him in solving the problems you have? We don't have to live with our problems anymore. They need to be managed and they need to be overcome. By grace, God has given us the authority to overcome. When we come to the end of ourselves, God gives us what we don't have to do what we can't do. It's available at the start of every problem, and it's still available even at the end, just like the man on the cross. But you have to choose. You have to tap in to Jesus so that Jesus can give you what you need to resolve your problems God's way. Wisdom says, trust God at the start of every problem. Defeat the enemy when he knocks at your door. So I like Jesus because Jesus solves problems. Father, I ask your grace be upon us now as we contemplate how we might implement the truths of these words to affect our lives for the good. Amen. Amen. Praise the Lord.